Rainbow Alphabet Tutorial. In this video, we'll show you how to create this rainbow calligraphy alphabet. The supplies you'll need are water-based brush pens in 6 colors of the rainbow. We'll be using the Kuretake Fudebiyori brush pens. Their firm, medium-sized tips make them easy to control. Paper. We recommend the Canson XL Marker Pad. It's coated for easy blending with markers and is highly resistant to bleed through. Colorless blender for water-based markers. We're using the Tombow dual brush pen colorless blender. Let's get started. For the first row, we'll be using red and orange. First, write the letter with the orange brush pen. Then color the upper third of the letter with the red brush pen. The lighter color should be first, or it wouldn't show up when layered on top of the darker color. Use the colorless blender to create a gradient between the two colors. For best results, use quick, light strokes to carefully move the ink. We recommend working one letter at a time. Blending becomes more difficult as the ink dries. For tips on brush lettering, check out our brush lettering for beginners video. When switching colors from row to row, be sure to clean the colorless blender to prevent muddiness. Scribble on a sheet of paper until the colored ink has disappeared. For the second row, we'll use orange and yellow. Begin lettering with the yellow brush pen and blend the orange from the top to the bottom. The third row will be yellow and green. It also begins with yellow lettering. The green ink should be layered on top of the yellow because it's darker. You'll need to color the bottom third green, rather than the top third. The next row uses green and blue. The color layering of the fourth row will depend on the shades you're using. The darker color needs to be placed on top of the lighter one. In our example, the blue is darker, so it will be used on top of the green. We're almost done! The last row will use blue and purple. Just like the previous row, decide how to color based on the shades you've chosen. We'll use blue on top, since our blue is darker than the purple. This technique can also be used to letter quotes, not just the alphabet. Divide the quote into 5 rows, then letter with the same colors and blending methods. When you've mastered the rainbow, you can create the gradient effect with other color combinations too. The possibilities are endless. Find lettering tips and see the supplies we used at JetPens.com. Thanks for watching!